What is up, YouTube? We're basically gonna be staying up all night playing Mut, and yeah, that's it. Trying to improve my team. So let's get to it. I'm gonna keep Quentin Johnson with that X Factor. And I might give Puka. Ugh. Bro, everything's 2 AP. But yeah, I like this team. Heard this Luke Kuechly was a beast. Better look at the auction house. Yeah, I'm about to look at the auction house. Bro, I might get a new quarterback. Yeah, I think I might go with Michael Vick. Where'd he go? Alright, finally. Let's upgrade Michael Vick. I like this. What's up, my one viewer? Alright, let's get into it head to head. I'm excited.
This is the Madden Championship Series from USAA Stadium. As the official salute to service partner of Madden and the NFL,
Holy
USAA is
cup.
proud to serve the military community and their families. Welcome everybody to the booth. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward for this game. And Brock, as a former quarterback, I know your focus is on the offensive side of the ball ahead of this kickoff.
Yeah, these two offenses are so fun to watch because the best offenses in this league, Kate, they're about trust. And it just pops out. When you study them during the week on the game film, you just see it. They trust one another. That's head coach, that's coordinator, that's play caller, that's to the quarterback, and then certainly the 11 on the field. Both these groups are getting it done.
Has it at the 11. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. First play of the game, and already an incredible catch. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know what I like about that? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
He takes it himself. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
That one's caught along the left sideline. And that is a touchdown. These guys take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got two things on their mind. Number one, get the returner down. And number two, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
Cut by Diggs. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here's 2nd and 5. Cut near the goal line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. Working inside the red zone. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. He'll throw it yet again. And in for the touchdown. Offense not going anywhere. They want to. He's throwing for it. And he's got it. Great call there on the 2-point attempt. And that puts him up 15s in. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returnable from the 1. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's bottled up quick. This just crosses the 25 to about the 27. 2nd and 8. His first throw is an interception. Jordan Fuller comes up with it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Offense trying to add to the defensive effort and turn 6 points into 8. Now looking to throw. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick 6. Flush down now to his left. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Play action on 1st down. He's throwing deep to the left side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
2nd and 10 now. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down it.
That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 21-0 our score. More Madden Ultimate Team EA Sports. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. He puts some juice on a deep. That's complete inside the 35. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Getting out to his left. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it sets up 2nd down. He'll throw it. His pass caught by Nakua. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Puka Nakua touchdown! Butker with the extra point. And the Eagles get it back to a 14-point game. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. He'll begin his return from the 11. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there.
Okay, we're getting a little bit too much right now.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. Still has some space inside the 35. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st down from the red zone. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
Zone. We cannot do anything with that. Tight end wide open.
They're throwing it. He completes it in traffic. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw in a
Bro,
double
right in the
coverage,
middle. He's not
well, it can
throwing
go
in the middle.
either way. That time, a tremendous.
And oh, he got it! Interception! And he pays the price for the interception. Big hit brings it into that return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing from the gun. Bails out of the pocket quick. Throwing on the run, deep down that. That's grabbed inside the 30. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a one-score game before halftime. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Bro, what was
the call
that?
to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. This taken from the 12. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's a gain of 22, and it'll give him a 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Throwing now from the gun. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. Got to get out of their own way here as they're backed up, 1st and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. He's on the move. And he carries it in for the touchdown. These guys grow their lead just before halftime. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Throwing on 2nd and 10.
Oh,
this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. That's Cole Bishop. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. Caught by Diggs. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Find Diablo there on the tackle. Gotta figure out this third down here.
Warrior 70.
They'll try and throw it here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. So that brings up 4th and long.
79 Broncos.
Throwing now off play action. Buys time, rolling right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing deep down the left. Brought in inside the 20. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Return starts from the goal line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Here's 2nd and 5. He's going to push one deep down the right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Well, he's had the kind of scoring day you love to see out of him. 3 touchdowns in the book so far. But now 3 interceptions thrown as well. Gotta do without those.
Yeah, you do. The aggressiveness has helped him find the end zone several times, but it's also led him to find defenders several times as well. You got to figure this out. It's a quarterback teeter-totter. How to dial the mistakes back while keeping that aggressive mindset as well.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First and 10, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
I think he's going to figure out what they're going to do.
Back to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Mustang 19.
He's dropping back to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. And he could have a free play here. Rolling down to his left. This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. Now, a great way for the offense to start the drive, Brock. A free 5 yards, and now a much shorter 1st down. A little off-center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that sets up 2nd and 5. Setting up a throw. Davis there to grab it. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Buying some time right. He tucks it and takes off.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Catch made left side by McConkey. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the red zone. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw now. Escapes out to the left. Finding Davis. And he'll go down here at the 16. 2nd and 3 now. From the 16. Rolling left, buying some time. He's on the move. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. To the line we go. They're set 1st and 10. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw. This one's caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense up to the line fast. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Eagles make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. And it's no good, so they get it back within 1 score at least, but can't make it a field goal game. That deficit still 4 points. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away.
Like the neck drag.
Has it at the 11. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Has it downfield working the left. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. 1 play in, and already they're close to midfield. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. back to throw it.
No.
That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Makes the grab in bounds, left side. What a
Try this
time to
game.
rip off that type of gain,
Oh,
huh?
that
Gets him the
means
first on 4th down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. To throw it on 1st down. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Ready, set. Cup 19. Cup 19. Here we go. Here we go.
They are throwing it again. Chased out to his right. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense.
Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted.
Oh my goodness.
Picked off by, I love this
Oh my
name, Devon
goodness.
Diablo. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning.
That's
Eagles needing 4 points. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Stick the Eagle. Stick the Eagle.
Here he is to throw. Buying some time left. He's running with it. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
And he'll get it up to the 27. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. Back to throw. Flush down now to his left. He finds McConkey. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
18 Rebels. 18 Rebels. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
He'll look to throw it. Getting out to his left. A bit of desperation on this deep shot.
Michael Vick, you
You know,
stole.
that's a tough one right there. Actually, when you're outside the pocket, because your body is going and moving laterally, it often takes the ball out of bounds just like that. That's a tough connection to make, even under the best of circumstances.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Here he is to throw. Vacates quickly left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. 3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Throwing now. Bails out of the pocket quick. Able to find Nacua here. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on. They already got the stop and the turnover on down, so they're just going to decline this penalty.
Oh, that's a freaking game.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Here we go.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Finds his man, Chase. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Completes this one to Gray.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll go down here at the 16. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock it.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. He'll throw it. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
They need a lot here, but still going for it on 4th and 15. Looking to throw. He rolls to his right. Launching deep down the right sideline. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Airing it out to start this drive. Trying to push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. That's Cole Bishop.
That game.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
60. Let's go. Cup 19. Cup 19. Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Throwing it to start this drive. He's on the move. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted! Quan Martin with the pick. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Ladd McConkey. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Forced out to his right. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it deep downfield. And what a play. He scores. They get to the end zone on the final snap.
You suck. You suck. How did you lose? You suck. You suck. Your butt cheeks. You suck.
We all just witnessed. Very rarely does a game end on a walk-off touchdown, and even rarer does it happen on that type of home run play.
Yeah, these fans, they came here hoping for a good game, and they got a great one. They were all just treated to what you and I were treated to, one of the most memorable finishes we've ever called.
So it's an Eagles win here in this one. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock. You
Every game you get callous.
right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. Escapes the pocket. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He'll look to throw. He lets one fly deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers finish up an excellent opening series. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll motion Lamb right. This drive begins with a jet sweep. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Kid, it just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Dak now from the gun. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass. And the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Prescott here from the gun. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This is complete. Jalen Tolbert. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Looking for an open man. No one open, so he chucks this to another county. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Dak throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Gay's kick is...
Ready.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is... Straight to the air they go. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Panther 11.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throwing this back in the end zone. And he makes the catch. Did he get both feet in? No. Oh, so close to 6. Incomplete. Third and long for him here. He's loaded another one up. He's got it inside the 10. And in, touchdown, New York. Spread the field and send him all deep, baby. All right, this might be a stupid question, Brock, but what makes that play...
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
On a second down throw for Stroud. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal. They'll run here with Mixon to the 5-yard line. Here's first and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Fourth down, and on comes Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. And this is blocked.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. The drive picks up here, first and 10. Back to the well again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. It's an option left.
Here are the Chargers now as they get set to go on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Herbert now. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Tony Field in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Vick. He's going to test this secondary right away. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He's going to look downfield once again. And that is incomplete. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. He's going to try it here again. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. He's got it at the 3. And the tackle is made at about the 6. 2nd and goal. To throw is Vick. And he's going to wind up going out of bounds. That's a big mistake. He needed to just fling that to the sideline. Instead, it'll be a huge loss. Let's go now. On 3rd and goal, they'll run for it. Oh, trying to... Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Unloads downfield looking for Nakua. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the handoff, it's Irvin. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry here. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. On 3rd down, it's Vick. He'll try and get there on the ground. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal. Throwing now, Vick. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. Throwing is Vick. He'll get this out to his running back. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. 3rd and goal. Now, Vick. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking.
And now it's a flip back to the kicker. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Vick. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Jawan Bentley there on the tackle. Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. Vick gonna look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's down at the 3. What a run. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on?
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. A give left side for Gibbs. Down the sideline inside the 30. And they'll finally... ...22. They have themselves another 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Gibbs. That's a big hole left. And he's all the way down. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. They go play action with Goff. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the gun, Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. Motioning Williams left. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play, first throw coming for Vic. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 70 yards. And the 49. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They run here with Dowdle. And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Prescott now. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Here's Brian Anger now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the side. And the Giants on 1st and 10. Their offense ready to go. Off the play fake, Vic. And his first look is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. They'll throw again. Here's Vic. Firing, but it's incomplete. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. Vic now from the 50. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Puka Nacua, 50 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Vic goes play action. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time, Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down. Delay of game, offense.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down. Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down. Delay of game, offense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Still first down. Delay of game, offense.
And that flag accepted.
Still first down.
And the Giants on 1st and 10, their offense ready to go. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught, It's Calvin Johnson. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Here's Michael Vick. Rolling to his right. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, 28 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead.
first and 10. Here's Baker to begin with a pass. He's going to air one out right away. To the goal line and in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Cleveland. Terrific.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. They go with Williams on the counter. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Stafford from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. The Rams are set to punt.
And now the Falcons on a 1st and 10 getting ready to go on offense. Here's Vic. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Vic to the air again. That's brought in downfield by London. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Vic now. No gain on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Vic to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Puka Nacua, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons go coast to coast and finish the...
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They take the handoff now. Stafford caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Sanford. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. The Rams are set to punt. Fields this at the 19. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. Escapes out to the left. Now he takes it. Juke the defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Looking for a throw here. He sends this one to the end zone. And he'll score. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore... All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Connor. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Brought down by Jalen Carter. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Pressure coming. It's Murray. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Cardinals out for the punt.
And the Chiefs offense ready to go on 1st down and 10. Up the middle, it's Peterson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now a 2nd and 2. Vic readies to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Solid opening drive so far. Now can they cash in 1st and goal? They'll try to throw it here. Vic, he'll bite. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Michael Vick, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs go nearly the length of the field and fit. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. That's complete to Down. The Packers offense here, ready to go on 1st and 10. Here we go. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. And I think the ball's out, and this is picked up.
Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the north shore of the Allegheny and Ohio rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Glad you could join us, football fans, as we get ready for kickoff. It's Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up in the booth. And Brock, I want you to take us back down to the field. When you were a player, what are these moments like just before the game begins and you take the field for the first time?
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You wish you could just get to this, right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all your work over the course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple of decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go.
Let's go.
Throwing on their first play. Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
They'll run now on second down. And he rocks the tackler. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Pass play now. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 8 yards on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up third down. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Here we go. Set. Warriors 70. 79 Broncos.
From midfield now. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Back to throw, needing a first. Buys time, rolling right. Throw caught by his running back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down. They'll throw it. Short pass brought in. Oh, he breaks through, and he might break away. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
Throwing once again on 2nd and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now, off play action. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. First time this game they've looked to him. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Back now, pressure on its way. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. On the move, headed right. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Here he is to throw on 2nd down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. And that brings up 4th and long. They're going for this. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Whitehead. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. The worst time for a mistake defensively, and that awards them this 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Taken in by Smith. And they bring him down around the 34.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Let's go now. Cut 19. Cut 19. Mustang 19.
Here's 2nd and 5. Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face.
Oh, my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jordan Whitehead. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throwing again from their own end zone now. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. From his own end zone on 3rd and long. Connects with Johnson. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. It's the Eagles. Looking at 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. And now they face 2nd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
Defense, relentless on that play. As some of them closed in on that pocket, the others took away the easy throwing lanes, and they really influenced that incomplete pass.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's on the move. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He finds Johnson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Still sticking with the passing game. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So 2nd down coming up. Tight end going in motion here. 2nd and 10 now. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Throwing it again here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Let's go now. 60 Vices, 60 Vices. 19 Wyatt.
Another try following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say this has been a defensive slobber knocker through two, right? Maybe some points finally on the horizon as we resume play. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Pass play coming here. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinion Mitchell. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Not on the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. It's a design boot. This finds Smith. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. Finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. He'll throw it. Oh, it's the screen. Pass complete. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's a Steelers 1st down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finds him over the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers grab. The extra point is no good, so potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Fields the hard squib kick. got first down from the 31.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down. He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the gun on third down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing now, off play action. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Throwing it to start this drive. Buys time, rolling right. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked off by Divine Diablo. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's complete, David Njoku. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and goal. They've got 4 chances to tie this one up. They go play action here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
A first and goal pass, yeah, it can be an act of surprise at times, but let's give some credit to this defense and the coverage in particular. They stayed focused and locked in on those routes, giving that rush plenty of time to get home, and now make second and goal much, much more difficult.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's second and goal. Throwing off the play fake here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Cut near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Short pass brought in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. Dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Working quickly here. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers leading by 6. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Alert.
Trying again following the sack. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
Let's go now.
Setting up to pass. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make...
Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted! And the Eagles have some new life in the 4th. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
His lofty little throw is going to wind up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down. Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he is to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Steelers make the play that should win them this game. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are...
And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Wow, they're going to pass it here. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Come on. Set.
Here he is to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the Eagles have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. He'll look to throw it. And he catches it to tie this game in the final minute. Now the kick team out to steal away the lead with a point after. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Oh, look at this. The give on the jet sweep. They get an even 10 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that running. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Good offenses, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. Cup 19, cup 19. Mustang 19.
Now looking to throw. Brought in right side. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Give to the fullback, diving straight ahead. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. So now the field goal unit runs on in a very big spot. Timeout taken by the defense, their 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
He'll throw it. They're in field goal range, but it's intercepted. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Eagles make the play that should win them this game. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Nearly an interception on that play, so it'll be 2nd down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry